Hey YouTube, it's Cello Ben, and today is the actual 58th day of the 100 days of practice. So here's what happened. I was taking a look at my YouTube channel last night while yesterday's video was uploading, so at that point I should have had 57 of the 58 days that I'd claimed on the channel, but I realized that there were only 56 videos, so I realized that something was amiss, and I realized that way back, over a month ago, I accidentally skipped straight from day 33 to day 35. So this is the actual 58th day of practice, with apologies to number 34 that got skipped. Today I'm going to take a look at the Prelude of Bach's First Suite. Super famous prelude, but always fun to play, and always a crowd pleaser. I did a test run of it before I started rolling the camera, but that gave me some ideas, or helped me solidify the ideas I wanted to work on. Number one is string crossings, because they are all over. So let me see if I can make this more visible. Let's see. That should give you some idea. I want to keep the elbow at a good height, not too low, not too high as to cause tension and make me not be on the string, but I want to be able to cross strings very smoothly and easily, and while keeping the weight even, keeping the sound even as I cross the strings. And then I want to work on what to emphasize. So in this prelude, obviously those notes stay pretty static, and then they finally change here. And then this stays on top, but this gets added. So you want to I want to at least to some degree emphasize when important changes occur. But I also want to emphasize the bass, which is what they call a pedal note. And literally, if you were playing this on an organ, that's probably, your foot would be on a G. Let's get started with those two things in mind, and I'll see where it takes me. So in my own time, I definitely need to fix a couple of intonation things, but I want to sort of review a couple of the things I was talking about, because one thing I neglected to talk about and realized shortly into the prelude was the concept of tension and release, and bringing out the tensions and letting them release. Well, that was redundant, but for example, it's very, there's a lot of tension there, it's quite dissonant, but then it resolves. And then this note comes in. That's one of those changes I was saying is important to bring out. Here we finally start, or here we start to move away from the original key. Sorry. And then we got to go with that line. And I think I took a little too much time on that G sharp. That's a hard one to tune. And here we have this sequential pattern. So this is something that we want to do something fun with. Where's it going? All the way down there, and I think I held that too long. And then we can sort of start over here and build our way back up. So one of the other things that I feel like I need to really work on in this, now that I've played it a couple of times, is some pacing in terms of getting what I want to come out, but without interrupting the line too much, and without really taking huge liberties with the tempo. So those are the next steps that I'm going to recommend to myself, along with doing some intonation work. For now, I'm going to sign off, but I wish you a wonderful evening, and I'll see you tomorrow. Good night.